This week on Tech Tuesday, we're going to talk about SoilOptix. SoilOptix is one of the newer technologies in soil sampling. What got us interested in this probably 4 or 5 years ago was the resolution of the sampling and the results and the layers that we're getting back. When we compare it to 2.5 acre grid samples, which a lot of people do, or even zone or a composite sample, the resolution we get from SoilOptix sampling is a lot higher. So I'll spend a little bit here time talking about that resolution and how we get that higher resolution compared to grid sampling. So what you're looking at here is the SoilOptix bar itself, or sensor. There's a crystal inside that is basically detecting different levels of radiation that the soil naturally emits. So cesium, thorium, uranium are three of those radiation signals that this bar senses. So we'll go drive over a field on 40-foot swaths. So what this kind of looks like at the end of the day when we get done running a circle is it essentially looks like a yield map of radiation levels or signals given off from the soil. At that point, we would go back and soil sample specific sites that's built into the algorithm from SoilOptix to actually pull soil samples in those spots. So we basically will end up pulling about a sample for every 8 acres in a field. Sometimes more, sometimes a few less, but typically around that one sample for every 8 acres. And then we correlate back the radiation levels with the nutrient levels to get a high resolution map. So when we compare this to zone samples or 2.5 acre grid samples, we're able to identify those small pockets of different nutrient levels or texture between those grid points, which we would normally, in 2.5 acre grids, we'd be taking a soil sample every 400 or a little over 400 feet. Here we have a number of observations between that where we actually have a very high reliability of knowing what those nutrient levels are, if it's phosphorus, pH, potassium, whatever it may be. So kind of a high-level overview of SoilOptix and how it gives us a better resolution. So we obviously get any of the nutrient values that you want, that you normally would see. We get texture, high accuracy in texture, so percent sand, silt, and clay, organic matter. We also are provided can provide a plant available water index, which helps for seeding recommendations, variable rate seeding recommendations, and things like that, as well as a leakability layer, which helps us with irrigation recommendations during the season. So those are some of the unique characteristics or unique layers that we get. So kind of summarize, SoilOptix, we love SoilOptix and love providing it for our customers because of that high resolution. When we think about increasing ROI, especially with fertilizer applications, we need a high resolution map to make those accurate fertilizer recommendations. So with that, we'll wrap up this week's Tech Tuesday.